What up, world? It's your boy Jeff, aka Cool Boy Jeff, right here. That's the only place you can find a wave. It's the Wave 804, and I'm back again with another Zoom interview. I want to introduce Miss Sky High. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can probably ask her
Hey,
about her name, what they stand for, whatever. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and ask it for y'all. Sky High, please let them know who you are. What's the meaning of your name, and just a little bit about yourself.
yes. So, what's up, everybody? For those who don't know me, my name is Sky High. I'm a rapper. I'm an actress. I do a lot of things, but more than anything, like I'm an artist. I've been doing this for like 12, 13 years, which if y'all don't know, that's a long time to be doing this. But I really just started like, going full force and taking it really serious over these past few years. So yeah, from Oklahoma City. I don't know if y'all know any artists from Oklahoma City, but we
I
got a
don't.
nice little pool of talent out here. So you gotta, yeah, definitely tap in.
That's crazy. All the way out there, Oklahoma City.
Yep.
Wow. So okay, all right. So I know in my part of town, there's a lot of artists and stuff like that. Like there's more artists than there is like lawyers, doctors, and stuff like that. Is that the same way over
hmm
there in Oklahoma?
Uh, we definitely like I can definitely say over the past like 5, 10 years, oh, the scene has definitely grown a lot more than where it was. I think when I very first started, there was, we had people for sure, but I think like now, yes, so many people. I don't know if I could say more than other professions, but I know right now, like, music, being an influencer, like all of those things are really popular, career paths for a lot of people right now. So I
Hmm.
wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be
Yeah,
surprised.
there's a lot of rappers out here today, and
hmm
it's not like how it used to be. You know what I'm saying? As far as like somebody has the talent or ability to do this and that. Now it's just like, oh, I want to be a rapper. Throw me in the booth. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Basically, you got some money for some promo, or if you could make a song that's catchy enough that people just catch on, like, yeah,
Hmm.
crazy.
Very crazy. So I want to go ahead and start to get into more so your story. You know, if you can elaborate about your upbringing, you know what I'm saying, where you from, what you've been doing, stuff like that. And then we're going to go ahead and get into the real questions.
Yes. So, like I said, Oklahoma City, sooner born, sooner bred. I've been here my whole life. I really got into music. I've always like known I wanted to be somebody like that. Since I was a kid, I always knew I was gonna be somebody. I really started to get into music though around the age of like 12, 13. Oop, there we go. My bad. But around the age of like 12, 13, I really started to like, write music. And I was really writing poetry. And I had a friend who she was a singer. And at first I thought I was gonna be a singer. Like I thought I could blow, but y'all I cannot blow like that. So like I would be writing us these songs and then I really was like, hey, but I could do this rapping thing and growing up like my mom would play me a lot of poetry and Lauryn Hill and people like that. And so it was like I was really already kind of in that like, you know, mix the singing with the rap and and kind of make that thing. So once we started doing that, it was a done deal. We did that for a while and then we met some other people who did music. So we kind of like all joined forces. Um, did that for a while and then she ended up doing some other things. And I just kind of rocked out with that group. So shout out to Nightmare Gang because we wrapped that out for basically a good amount of my career. And then about 2017, I went solo.
Mm,
So
okay.
yeah,
So what
it's
was
been a
something that
long
you?
journey.
Yeah, I can tell. This, of course, 2017. We look at it now. What, 7 years ago, 6 years ago? It didn't
Yes,
work. Um,
yeah, a
when you
long
was
time
with that
ago.
group, you know what I'm saying, and you had made your split to your own solo career, what was something
hmm
that really made you want to start doing your own thing? Was it just a lack of stuff, or was it just that you seen something that you was probably the only one that was taking it very seriously that everybody else was?
I think it was a mixture of things. I mean, when we decided to split, it was really like all of us were in agreement that it was kind of the best thing to do at the time. I knew like this was something that I wanted to do. And there was other people in our group who like wanted to do other things. They had other interests. And so I think like the level and the capacity that I was trying to operate at, it just wasn't across the board what everybody wanted at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a big part of the reason why I decided to take a step back. And then also, like, I was in a group for so long, and it's so much different when you're like, you write a verse and a chorus here and there, to go on a song with 3, 4 other people versus like creating a whole actual like body of work. And in 2017, I did create my first EP solo. And that was like a big thing because I really started to figure out like, okay, hold on, who am I though? Like outside of this group, what is my sound? What is my, like what's my brand outside of just being this one person in the group? Mm-hmm. So that was really the other thing that inspired me. I think I was just kind of like, I saw a lot of like potential in myself and I was like, hold on, we need to see what's going on here. Like there's something here. Mm-hmm. So yeah, just from there.
That's what's up. Was there any like hard feelings or anything that you had to kind of get over at the time, or was it more so as you already knew what you wanted to do, so it kind of just made it a little bit more easier for you to get it done?
I mean, we all like stayed friends after that and everything for a long time. So I think I wouldn't say there was necessarily any hard feelings. There was sad feelings, of course, because like, when you've been doing it with people for so long and like that's all I had really ever known, like it's different to go from having people to lean on or people to run ideas by, people to, just talk to about these kinds of things. And then it's just like me, myself, and I. Like, so that was like different and weird, but I wouldn't say there were any hard feelings or anything. Okay. I mean, yeah.
That's what's up. Because you know how most groups, when they break up, they got so much to say after, they broken up instead of just keeping it,
a big falling out.
Right. Mm-hmm. All right. That's good. I'm glad everything worked out for the best. Now,
oh yeah.
When you're doing your own thing, what was some things that you had to kind of like work out, just to get yourself prepared and established for what you're about to deliver to everybody? Like, how was that?
That was like one of the most stressful times for me because like I said, like being in a group, I was so used to being like this one person. Mm-hmm. And then it was like, I have to fill out the rest of this brand. And so I actually took a whole year where I did not do any music. I didn't write music. I didn't record music because I was like in this like, can I do this? Is it what I want to do? Like, I know I want to do it, but do I actually have like the potential to take this to where I want to take it to? And I don't know, like I just had a lot of things, a lot of feelings. And then it was really after about a year and a half, I just kind of started picking up the pen again. I would find different beats that would inspire me, write, do whatever. And then I finally got back in the booth. And then it was like the more I did that, then the more I was like, I just kind of fell in love with it all over again. And so since then, it was just like nothing. It just comes to me at that point.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I feel like a lot of people really need that sometimes because, know, if you have so much that you're bringing along, especially after you just got finished being in a group or whatever the case may be that took up a lot of your time. Some people need to have that time to, have a break and get themselves back together because you don't want to sound or feel like that you're, worn out or burnt out and stuff like that because you can't be creative, being like that. So that's, so that's good that she was actually to do that too.
Yeah. I mean, that's like, and I'm grateful that I did because it was like definitely the part of me that was like, screw it, we're just going to figure it out. And then it's like, no, like, it's, sometimes you have to take that time. It might not be what you want to do, but it's what you have to do. So,
I feel that. I definitely feel that. So where's the next step? So now you getting yourself together. You took a little break. Now you back in there. You fell in love with the music. So what is the next step from there? Was it like, making songs? You did say something about an EP. Like what was that after now you done got yourself together?
Yeah, so after that, it was really just like I said, refinding myself. Lots and lots and lots of going to the studio in songs that never came out. I probably have like, I don't know, at least 3-4 projects worth of music at the studio that just, like, I mean, because I write music all the time and I was always in the studio. I still am, but like, so it's always like just in a creative process. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like it was like a competition with myself. I would do something. I'd be like, that's cool. And then like, record some other stuff and I'd be like, nah, that's better. Okay, scrap all that. And so there was a lot of like going back and forth with that.
Mm-hmm.
And the first song that I finally released after all that was Finito.
Okay.
And yes, shout out to Lotto Franklin. He really was the whole like he really like pushed me to get on it and just
Mm-hmm.
kill it. And that was like the first big release. And I knew like my whole thing was I think like when you have a big dream, you kind of like create this thing in your head where you're like, when I get to this point, I'm gonna do this. When I get this big, I'm gonna do this. When I have this much money, I'm gonna do this. And I kind of just started telling myself, like, fuck that. I'm gonna do it right now. Like, because for one, tomorrow's not promised. I don't know, if I'm even gonna make it to 5 years or whatever in my head. And for two, like, what's stopping me? So I started like just really putting everything into not only the lyrics, but then, I wanted to make these crazy videos and I wanted to do, wear the crazy stuff and just do like all of the things that like in my head, whoever Sky was, I just pushed myself to really become her. And that was really like the whole process of like after the group, it was just finding her and then like really like solidifying that brand. And yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now
Yeah, I got you. So do you call yourself Sky High? I'm just curious because the sky's the limit for you.
Honestly, so my whole thing was like I feel like everybody says sky is the limit. So
Mm-hmm.
it was kind of like a thing like, well, if I'm Sky, then can't nobody ever be better than me. So it was more so like that. Yeah, it was kind of like a little like whatever. But I've had this name for a long time too, so y'all can't judge me because I've had this name since I was like 13. Like I never switched it or anything. So at the time, that was my reasoning. But like as I've gotten older, it's definitely evolved, and it means a lot more to me now. It's kind of I don't know, like just holding yourself above, like being fly. My whole thing of fly shit only. Like it's just a constant reminder to be above, everything, be above my past, be above, other people's expectations, be above the limitations. It's just there's nothing stopping me.
Mm-hmm. I like
So
that.
yeah.
I like that. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? You breaking all barriers. And of course you have the mindset that you're gonna get shit done as much as possible. So you don't let
Exactly.
none of that stuff get to you at all. Now,
Right.
how is it when it comes to performances and stuff like that? Like, what are some of your experiences when you actually like did your music in front of a crowd and you got that reaction? Like, how was that feedback and stuff like that?
Man, like I love performing because that's really the time when I can like tap in. Like I want to do better like social media wise about like going live and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of like a personal person. But when it comes to shows, like that's when I really get to like tap in with my people and really just like get that reaction. I think like especially now
Mm-hmm.
the reactions that I get are so great just because like it's genuine love. I could tell people genuinely like what I'm doing, like, and I think that's as an artist like another thing we always want to see, that people are responding to what we're doing and that we're on the right path and things like that. And it's always love. It's always like people telling me, keep going, we support you. I'm getting follows after the show and stuff like that. So man, like performing is like definitely after creating the music, performing is my favorite thing to do.
That's
And like
hard.
I get to be a little more like I get to kind of make it come to life.
Animated.
Yeah,
You'll be
like
animated.
put a little more charisma and a little more like, yeah, people hear it on the track, but then it's different when you're in person and you just like completely, give that energy. Like that's a different thing.
That's hard.
Yeah.
You ever been like jumped in the crowd? You had a crowd surf and stuff like that. They just move you through the crowd because
I haven't, but that's definitely on the bucket list for sure. That is on the bucket list. I be thinking that sometimes too. I be like, I wonder what these people would do if I just like jump right now. Like, Would they catch me? Would they not catch me? They might be like look at me like I'm crazy. I don't know, but
Hey,
it's definitely on the list. It's gonna happen.
yeah, I feel like they can because you know what I'm saying. You about this big, you know what I'm saying. As far as what I'm
This
seeing right
is
here,
true.
you know what I'm saying.
This
So they
is
can be able to like,
true.
oh yeah, oh my gosh, she's actually at a good weight level. You know, we can keep her pushing through here. You know what I'm saying.
Exactly. That could work in my favor.
Yeah, that's hard right there. So is there anybody that you want to collab with, or has there been people that you was like surprised that you collab with them on songs and stuff like that? Like, what is that when it comes to you? You know what I'm saying? Collaborations and stuff like that.
Yeah. I want to collab with everybody. Like I said, like I rap, but really I'm an artist and I'm kind of coming into that like more this year. The music that I'm dropping and everything this year, you'll kind of be able to see that more. So I'm like always like whoever wants to collab, let's collab. Let anybody watching this, if y'all want to collab, let's collab. Because I just feel like that's like when you could bring two sounds together, you know what I mean? Like that's how you make magic. I don't know. I love collabing. It's like one of my favorite collabs I did was with the artist out here, Queso Bobby. Shout out to
Okay.
him. If y'all haven't checked him out, check him out. But he just has like this really dope vibe. And we have been talking about collabing for a while, and we finally did on a song called 30. And it was just like an epic song.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of other people, like I'll be having my eyes out, and I'm like, I need to work with you. I need to work with you. So that's like my other big thing for this year. I've done a few, but not a lot. So I'm hoping to get
Mm-hmm.
more into the collabs.
Okay. Is there anybody like in the what is that mainstream that who you ever thought about collaborating with and why?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, who don't I want to collab with? Like, but like, I think one of my favorite artists right now who I really want to collab with is Doja Cat. Like her vibe is just no. I love Doja Cat. I do.
You want to do
Listen,
a song with a demon?
listen. I am like so as an artist, right? I understand that there's a level of like authenticity as an artist, right? And then there's also a level of like pull stunts so that we can whatever. I personally think a lot of these things are stunts. Now, if I was to get in a room with her and I was proven incorrect, then I would quickly peace out. But as an artist, I think she is dope. I really do. I think she's broken down a lot of barriers that were put around her. And I think as an artist, that's what we see, right? So, for instance, like Britney Spears, she was like kind of put into this bubble, into this like, this is who you are. And typically, when we have artists like that, we see them break out. They go super far left. Justin Bieber did it. He went from being a bubblegum pop artist to being like, you know, hanging out with
Just to
us,
take that,
which
take
is
that.
cool. Yeah, but you know what I mean? And that's like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And also, like, I don't really judge people based on like their views and their like things because at the end of the day, like, you know, everybody has different experiences on earth that makes them feel one way or the other. And my experiences is completely different than her experiences. But I still believe like music, just doing a song in general, that's not, I think that's different than like me actually like getting involved with her own
Mm-hmm.
politics or beliefs or things like that. So,
I'm sorry.
yes.
I got that whole
No, you're
video where she was like, I
fine.
guess a lighter or some shit was going crazy and she was
Yes.
kicking and screaming. I guess they said it was Doja Cat, but it's like a little video somebody was recording her and she
Oh,
was
I
screaming
haven't
and some
seen
shit like that.
that. I haven't
Yo,
seen. But
Doja
see,
Cat
that's
be
my
on that, man.
thing.
Doja Cat be on
Hey,
that.
that's the other
Doja
thing.
Cat be on that. Just
I don't
just
play
like what's
around
her
with that kind
name?
of stuff.
Just like her name. What's her name? Billie Irish. Billie Irish
Billie
is.
Eilish. See,
Did you
I love
see? Did you
Billie.
see the video of her on stage when she was bent over backwards and shit like that, like it was an exorcism?
No, I don't think so.
Yo,
I'm gonna have to be looking more into things, I guess.
yo,
I gotta look more into
yo.
things.
I don't know. It's just like again, we all
But I
know
understand.
it's like we all see what's going on like with certain
Yeah.
individuals or certain things. And that's why sometimes I be kind of skeptical. Like, if somebody
Yeah,
was to pick me up and be like, "Yeah, I want to have you a part of my team," what are some things that I'm gonna be judged or I'm gonna have to do to be a part of this? You know what
fair,
I'm saying? So
right?
that's how I be kind of like gotta be careful about what you say, how the way you say it, who you be around the
Facts.
room with, because even like the lower industry, there's things that happen with people when they want to advance, they got to do certain shit. Like instead of
True.
just based off their music and their work ethic. Some people do succeed,
Right.
some people don't. But I guess that everything is like this. Like how bad you want to be this, how bad you want to be that. You know what I'm saying? So that's
That is true.
that's
No,
what I be
I
seeing a lot.
definitely, I agree with you on that. Like, it's definitely, look, we ain't even gotta, like, whatever. It's a spiritual war going on. You know what I mean? So, no, 100%, 100%. And I feel that. I think I just be like, I think when it comes to music, so like I said, like, I create everything, I listen to everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know music is a form of expression, the same as, music videos, the same as everything like that. So that doesn't really affect me. But if I get into a room with you and you on some weird shit, then yeah, definitely not. Like, we're not going for that at all.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to like show me, I guess, like I gotta know you. Like, artists are really just like, we're all really just like really, really good actors. You know what I mean? Like, this is not, we're being ourselves, but like only to a certain extent, right? Like, every person, famous person, has some part of themselves that they hide, just like, anybody else. So I think, like, I don't know, I don't really take like people's like personas and things
Mm-hmm.
as them being themselves. Now, if I see other things on the back end of it that show that, then yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take that as you being you. But
Yeah.
music videos and shit, nah, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I just be it's just be a messages, you know what I'm saying? Because music is vibration. Like
Facts.
somebody said, so I forgot who the dude was, but he was like, "Have you ever listened to a certain song and it made you drive your car faster?" And I'd be like, every time I put on some Dolph or put on something, and I be in a car like Diddy bopping and shit.
Yeah,
Like I be dead ass punt like 10 miles more than
yeah.
what I'm driving. I'll be like, yo, that is actually crazy because I be feeling some type of way. Or if I play like some what's the song? It's a song called Slide. It's with this dude and King Von. But I low
Mm-hmm.
key was feeling like I wanted to do like get somebody in the business, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about
You got
sliding
to go
for
pull
real.
up on
Yeah, I'm
somebody.
ready about to
Yeah.
slide, but I had to really think like, yo, Jeff, like you gotta kind of be conscious of what you're listening to because you don't know what you're feeding inside of your body. Especially like a lot of times, like life is lifing, and I be listening to shit
Mm-hmm.
like that. I be ready to be like be on that, and then again, I put
Yeah.
myself in a situation where it's like it wasn't even called for. You shouldn't even have to do anything else like that. So when
Yeah.
you be making your music, do you be mostly conscious of the messages that you put out there, or I'm pretty sure you
a
don't put
hundred
anything.
percent.
Like, I'm pretty sure you don't put anything crazy out there, but do you be conscious
No.
about that?
Oh, 100%. Because as you were saying, right? Like, so even beyond that, hell, I have two younger siblings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who are like 10 and 11, 12. So like, it's absolutely important to me what I put out there because I know if nobody else gonna listen to it, they gonna listen to it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I know if they listen to it, I'm sure other little kids listen to it too. So it's like things like that. I think you have to, as an artist, kind of be responsible for the things that you decide to do, say, put out, whatever. Even though, yes, we are adults, yes, we are, whatever. At the same time, there is a responsibility there. So,
Mm-hmm.
yes, I'm absolutely conscious of what I say, but I'm also very unapologetic. If I say it, it's because I meant it. You know what I mean? And if you feel a type of way or you take it a type of way, DM me. We can talk about it or something. But if I say it, it's because I meant it. But I definitely don't. I don't do all the crazy.
Yeah,
Nah.
I'm weak because it'd be like certain artists be needing like a gimmick, like they need something to get them going. Like, oh my god,
Yeah.
we need to pay attention to this person. Oh yeah, so I ain't gotta worry about that with you. Like,
Nah,
All right,
nah.
cool.
We good over here. We good over here.
Cool. And it'd be like, yeah, Jeff, man, I don't think you really did your research, man. Did you see this? And I'll be like, nah, man, nah, Sky, come
Hold
on,
a
man.
second. Hold
Oh my
on.
God, what is
What you
this?
doing?
Damn it! Now we gotta do another interview because I ain't even see
Right.
this part right here.
Right. I need an answer. I need answers.
Right.
But
Now,
nah.
as a female artist, right? Um, what are some stereotypes that you had to kind of fight away that other people may look at when it comes to female artists? Because you do have a couple nowadays when they be rapping, they say certain things, and people take
Mm-hmm.
their words for actual who they are as a person. Do you ever have anybody that came at you like that that may take you in a different way versus taking you how you are personally?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, probably one of like the hardest people to be in the industry is a female artist. Like, because we get so much judgment and we get so much, and it's like so much deeper than just, your lyrics, it's your look, it's your nails, it's your hair, it's your everything. But, I mean, I've gotten a lot of like backlash over the years, of course, like being sexual or more sexual is definitely a thing for me. That a lot of people, or not people, I should say, but people in the industry
Mm-hmm.
will have said to me, or will kind of try to be like, yeah, you could do it. I'm like, yeah, but no, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like everything I do is on my own terms. If I wore something or if I said something, it's because I decided in that moment that's what I was doing. I felt confident and I stand on that 100%. Outside of that, though, there's nothing you're going to be able to convince me to do or not do.
Mm-hmm.
So I think like there's definitely like what you were saying when you talk about other artists and the things that they talk about. There's like the easy way. I don't want to say it like that because I
No.
support all the females. I support everybody. I really do. Like I'm here for all of it. But there's definitely an easier way to do things. Talk to P a couple times, and you know what I'm saying. Like, and it works. And I, like I said, ain't no shade to those people, but I just knew for me, like I'm not even that type of person. Like I'll turn up with you for sure, but I'm not like a overly sexual person. I'm not any of that. So I think it's like when you want to break into the industry and that's all you hear is just kind of like, dang, either you got to choose to go with it or you choose to be against it. And it could like really make or break you. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
think, that definitely affects like, the amount that people want to work with you or the amount of success that you can accomplish in what amount of time. It sucks. But I think also like that's just the industry right now.
Yeah, and I don't know, man. It's just seen a lot more women that's talking about things instead of just actual flow, rap and stuff. Like I like Lotto.
Yeah.
Like Lotto was like
Same.
she's straight. Like I bang with
Yeah.
Lotto, but I feel like when she started talking about her body and her man and all this other stuff, that's when she was getting like a little bit more noticing a little bit because she can actually
For
rap.
sure.
But when she
Yeah.
started talking about, her this and doing this and this, and it was like, oh yeah, let's go ahead and let her in now. She talking about her body and over sexualized and everything.
Mm-hmm.
What is something that you give to other female artists as far as advice wise? So I mean, if they choose to do that, that's their decision. But do
Right.
you give them anything that is like, hey, well, if you want to be a lyricist, it'll be like this. Stick to this. You don't have to do this. Do you ever give them advice about stuff like that?
For sure. I have lots of people like reach out to me all the time, check this out or what do you think and things like that. And I always just tell people like at the end of the day, you have to be you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and if being you is making this kind of music and doing all that, then do that. Just make sure that you're different. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we don't need the same people saying the same things. You know what I mean? Like over and over and over. It's a reason why Lil Kim was as big and as popping as she was. It's a reason why Trina was as big and as popping as she was. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
you can be sexy and still have flow. Like you said, Lotto did it, Megan Thee Stallion did it. Like I think it's just like as women, we just have to be more confident in ourselves. I think when you see one person doing one thing, and especially like in the industry, right? Like you see one person do one thing or have one flow, then it's easy to just be like, I'm just do what they doing because that's easy, and you know, all the producers making beats like them, so it's like you're almost like kind of programmed in a way to like just do what works
Mm-hmm.
because this is a fast industry. You know what I mean? Like you got to keep up, or you're gonna get ran over,
Yeah.
and you got to get to the bag before somebody else do.
Yeah.
So there's always that like, you know, want to be like somebody or whatever, but just be you.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna get you far. Like if you think about all the breakout artists that we've had, like yes, there are some that sound like other people or do the same things. But a lot of those breakout artists, the people who last a long time, is
Mm-hmm.
because they had their own individual sound, their own individual look, their own individual persona. And that's what got people, you know, into them, not just, you know,
Right.
doing those kinds of things.
That is true. That is big,
Mm-hmm.
big true. What is something that you would, because you still want to learn it, you still trying to get everything, you know what I'm saying? You still being
Mm-hmm.
you doing you in your process. What is something that you could probably give like the entry level you
Oh,
advice?
man.
What would it be and why?
Probably just trust yourself. Like I think a lot of the time, you know, like I said, when you want something so bad, you constantly try to figure out what am I doing wrong.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's ever anything that you're doing wrong. It's just not your time yet. And whatever, like, it's a lot of times, especially when I think back, and I'm like, there's so many times that I'd be like, ooh, I'm about to get on, like, you know, whatever. And then for whatever reason, didn't. And now that I've been through whatever happened, it's like, I understand why. I
Mm.
could not have made it at that time because I would not have done what I was supposed to do. I would have acted up, or, you know, I would have, you know, messed it up because my head was too big at that time, or, you know, going through this specific situation is what's going to keep me out of trouble, you know, later on down the line. And if I had never learned that lesson, I probably would have been so fucked. So it's like things like that. Like you just got to trust yourself, trust your timing. Everything happened exactly the way it's supposed to.
Yeah, I'm still working on that, Sky, man. But
It's hard.
I be having so much faith in myself, and when when I do feel like, you know, hey, I got here, or all right, cool, I can go ahead and take a breath now. Here's some other shit that's happening. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
And again, it is a spiritual warfare, and I'm not gonna blame him. You know, as be
for sure.
like, will you really be serious about what you do, and you care about what you do, and you look at other people, you know, they don't care, they don't do this and that, but they get all this shit. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
they be like, damn, bro, like I'm doing my part, but why I'm not getting this? Why I'm not getting that? But I'm trying not to question either. So I have
right.
this built-in frustration that I mean, either way, I'm gonna probably either be like, man, I'm just gonna stop doing this shit for a while, or just go, you know, just be off the face of the earth for some time. Cause I love what I do, but I just feel like either being in my area in Virginia, if I don't leave this shit, then I'm not gonna make it. But
Yeah,
if I don't at least have things to take care of myself or further push me to that level where I can make a decision, then I don't want to feel like all this shit I done did for 7, 8 years was just all for nothing.
for nothing. Yeah,
You
I
know?
feel that. I
So,
feel that so much more than you know. I think it's just really like, because I have the same thing. Like, there's so many times, I mean, probably like once a week at least, that I'm like, why the hell is it not, you know, like happening? Like you said, you look at other people and it's like, these people have been doing music for 12, 13 years like me. These people haven't been, you know, they don't sound like me. They don't do the things I do. They're not even as good as me. Why, you know, is it not happening for me the same way it's so easy to happen for them? And like, that's why I started really adopting that mindset of like everything happens the way it's supposed to. Because I think, yeah, like you start to question and you start to be like, well, maybe this isn't what I'm supposed to do. Or maybe, you know, what's wrong with me? And I think at some point it's just like you gotta realize it's not you. Nothing wrong with you. It's just you gotta wait your time. And it sucks. It sucks, but it's gonna be so worth it in the end.
Sky, I sure as hell hope so. Cause
It is.
I got, I
I
got,
promise. I'm
I got so
promising you
much.
right now. I understand though. I promise. I understand. I really, really do.
Nah, I don't know. I don't know, Sky. I really
What?
don't know.
Why? No, hold on. Why don't you
I really
know?
know. It's look, it's so it would be more so as like person. I had to tell you like off camera, like why,
Okay,
you know
fair.
what I'm saying. But I mean, at
Yeah.
the end of the day, it is true. You have to be patient. You have to have all these things, and I don't want nobody to take it from where I am in life because again, like we're both doing something that a lot of people are afraid of doing. They don't know how to do it or
That's
start it. So let this be a motivation. But I'm saying realistically, it's a lot. It's a lot
yeah.
of failure. I don't have a problem with failing, but it's just when I don't have the
The success on the back end.
not only not just that, but it's just as a man, my necessities, you know, to get there, because
Mhm.
every hand that's out to help me is not a helping hand, if that makes sense.
Yes.
So I had to be able to do things on my own. So I
Yeah.
don't know. It's a lot of stuff to me. You just going to talk off camera because you know what I'm saying this is all about you and your work. But I do appreciate you for being able to let everybody know about the things that you went through and you still working on yourself and you pushing the day. So I do appreciate you for being a big influence.
Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am. So let everybody know where they can follow you at on all social media platforms and also all streaming platforms too, so they can listen to your music.
Yes. So y'all can find me on all streaming platforms, all social media platforms under Sky High. That's SKAIHYE. That's it. That's all.
Yes, ma'am. Sky, again, I do appreciate you for being on here. I want to see
Thank
nothing
you
but
for
the best
having
for
me.
you. Oh, yeah, it's no problemo, man. I just really want to see you win, and you definitely have the good intentions. You have great
Thank you.
intentions, so I don't see why that you should not win, but you are going to win, man. I
Thank
appreciate you.
you. So are you. We doing this together. We got this.
Yeah, I'm